All right, hello, my fellow gamers. This is Moses with Project Baka, and in this video, we're going to be talking about The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I did actually play this on the Nintendo Switch too, so again, had a little different experience. Let's go off with that. Let's start off how I purchased this game. I purchased it at GameStop for $25 for the complete edition. I do see it online; it actually goes for a little bit more, so I'm actually excited that I got it for a good deal. I was about to purchase the Pokemon Violet version. Again, never played it, so I was about to play that. But then I saw this game for $25. I was like, I need to snag this. So I did. Played it for about, I'd say closer to 70 hours. I'll have to check again, but closer to 70 hours without playing the DLCs or expansion packs. So far, I know that there's over 150, 160 hours you can play in this game. So again, I've only completed the main story. And yeah, I mean, I gotta say that I'm not disappointed so far. They've actually improved so many things in the game, and I'm happy they did. I'm happy I got this game, and yeah, let's just talk a little bit more about it. So right away, you're introduced to this great storyline that they created in this immersive world of The Witcher. Now, honestly, the way that they did this map, the storyline, everything just connects really well. As you see here, some of the cutscenes are just done really well, and it just catches you right on from the beginning. The story just kicks butt from the beginning. It kind of, again, like I said, introduces you to this world of The Witcher, and it expands from that. It gives you the ability to, do all these side missions, all these side quests that, don't directly relate to the story at times, but it does directly relate to the lore of what Geralt is, of what his life is meant to be as a Witcher. And again, you are a median between humans and monsters, and you don't always side with monsters, you don't always side with humans. You're trying to be that medium and have some type of morality, but you get to make those choices in this game, which is amazing. But honestly, the storyline is just beyond what you can think of. And gameplay, honestly, since the last time I played it, they improved it so much. It seems a lot smoother, faster, and it's just great, honestly. I have no complaints about this game. Again, it's not a perfect game. It has its flaws, but again, the storyline, the way everything connects, all these side missions, they're just amazing. And from playing Pokemon Legends ZA and those side missions being pointless compared to a game like this that is much older and did so much better, there's just a huge difference with that. Now, even though the gameplay is really good in this game, the big thing here is the story. Again, from beginning to end, you want to know what's going to happen. You want to be part of it. The time you invested in each character, in each storyline, it's just amazing. And honestly, when you play this game, if you haven't played it, you will see what I'm talking about, because it's just something that's just different. You actually become part of this world, and that's something that can't be replicated. All right, so where I want to conclude with this is that The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition was such a great game. I love it. I'm keeping it in my collection, and so far, again, it's still my favorite game. Mechanics for the gameplay are just awesome. The story is amazing. Side quests are amazing. Even playing Gwent is kind of fun at times. So this is something that I personally enjoy, that I see Pokemon Legends ZA try to do a little bit, but their side missions, again, were boring. They were crap in my opinion. And this game did not have any of that. I was trying to complete all the side missions, all the Witcher contracts. I wasn't really into Gwent, but I played it and it was still interesting and fun. So again, overall, what really gets me into a game is its playability. And that's what I see. I don't break down these games to, the graphics, the frame rate, none of that stuff, because at the end, I'm not fully paying attention to it. I'm seeing if the game is playable. I'm seeing if I'm enjoying it and things like that. And again, the storyline, I was trying to get through the story. I was trying to find the results of the story without giving anything away. How you're trying to find Ciri, you're trying to find Yen, and all this stuff. It's great how it catches you in, and you just don't want to put the game down because you want to progress. And even though when you complete the main storyline, you're kind of a little sad and depressed that It's over. There's still a DLC, but the main storyline is over, and this is where it's ending at the moment. And it's kind of a little heartbreaking. So that's where I see the emotional connection to the game, that the game did so well. It caught me into its world, and it kept me there. So that's again one thing that very few games do. They lack that. They just kind of want to sell, and a game like The Witcher is something that it catches you. It wants you to be part of the story, to kind of pretend you're in that life. And again, they just did so well in that part. And again, people I've seen complain about the frame rate and things like that. I honestly don't care about it. I'm not looking at all those little details. I'm saying, hey, is it playable? Am I enjoying it? Am I, having a smooth experience when I'm fighting and things like that? And I did. Again, the game was a lot smoother than whenever I played it back in the PlayStation. They smoothed things out. They made it a little bit more faster. They made it a little bit more accurate. Things like that, little things like that they did fix since the last time I played it, that just made the experience a lot better. Again, it has its little quirks and annoying little things here and there, but overall, like I said, the experience is really well. There's not much wrong I can say about this game besides I love it. And I honestly do recommend you purchasing the game. Again, not trying to give anything away in the story, because I rather you have the experience of the game, as I believe you should experience it. But one thing that I do want to kind of point out there is that once you play this game, it's gonna give you a standard of how other games should be. And in a way, it makes other games less enjoyable, because you're trying to gather that experience again. And I'm not actually BSing you about this. I'm actually being honest. For me, I mean, that's what it did. For some of the people I know, it did the same thing. It's like you're trying to put other games to this level, which it's hard to do. There are good games out there, of course, in their own way, but the way The Witcher did it is just outstanding. Again, they created a large, immersive, playable world, and it's just really good. I know people are going to say Zelda is kind of there. To an extent, yes, but again, The Witcher just gives you more of a real feel. And again, I still haven't played the new Zelda game, so eventually I know that game's going to get recommended, and I will purchase the Zelda games to play them. So I'll give my review on that later. But overall, purchase this game for a good price. Get it. You won't regret it. Keeping it in my collection. Gonna have it as my #1 game right now. And the next game I'll purchase, it might be a Pokemon game. I'm not sure. If you guys can comment down in the comments down below, recommend a game. I've been getting pretty much messages on the next game I should get. So I'll probably make a video on the next game I purchase, and then we'll go on from there. But there are some horror games people are recommending, and because it's close to Black Friday, I might actually pull the trigger on 1 or 2 of those games and go off from there. But I'll make a separate video on that. But thank you guys for watching. Peace out.